In June 2025, millions of Americans who rely on Social Security benefits, including retirement, disability, and supplemental security income, are eagerly awaiting their monthly payments. These checks are essential to ensuring stability, covering daily living expenses, medications, utilities, and other vital needs for individuals who depend on this federal support. With each passing month, it becomes increasingly important to stay informed about when exactly these funds will arrive, as even the slightest change in the calendar can impact the actual deposit date. June 2025 is no different, and there are several specific details everyone receiving SSA, SSDI, or SSI benefits should be aware of to avoid confusion or stress regarding their financial planning. For most recipients, Social Security checks arrive with consistency, but every year has its own unique schedule quirks based on weekends and federal holidays. This time around, the calendar in June presents a particular situation where the beginning of the month coincides with a weekend, which in turn alters the payment delivery for a significant portion of beneficiaries. For individuals receiving supplemental security income, commonly referred to as SSI, the traditional payment date is the first day of each month. However, in cases where the first of the month lands on a weekend or federal holiday, the Social Security Administration adjusts the payment date by moving it to the closest preceding business day. In the case of June 2025, June 1 falls on a Sunday. This means that all SSI recipients will receive their checks a bit earlier, specifically on Friday, May 30, 2025. While it may seem like a minor shift, this early disbursement is critical to note because recipients will not see a separate deposit in June. Those funds arriving at the end of May are designated for the month of June. Understanding this timing prevents confusion or the assumption that a payment has been missed when, in reality, it simply arrived ahead of schedule. For those receiving Social Security retirement benefits or Social Security disability insurance, known as SSDI, the payment schedule operates a bit differently. The key determining factor for when individuals receive their monthly benefits is based on the date of their birth. For those who began receiving their Social Security benefits prior to May 1997 or for individuals who receive both SSI and Social Security benefits, the payment for June 2025 will be issued on the 3rd of the month, which falls on Tuesday, June 3. This group represents a unique subset of recipients whose payment dates do not follow the birth date schedule and instead follow a fixed early month pattern. Knowing this date is essential because it has remained unchanged despite the general pattern for other recipients being based on birthday groupings. Everyone else receiving retirement or SSDI benefits after May 1997 will follow the standard birth date-based payment schedule. In June 2025, those whose birthdays fall between the 1 stone and 10th of any month will receive their payment on the second Wednesday of June, which is June 11. This schedule continues consistently as individuals with birthdays from the 11th through the 20th will receive their payments on the third Wednesday of the month, which is June 18. Finally, for individuals born from the 21 street through the 31 stone, the payment is scheduled for the fourth Wednesday of June, which is June 25. This organized and consistent breakdown based on birth dates helps the Social Security Administration evenly distribute its payment processing load and provides predictability for beneficiaries. The separation by birth date allows individuals to know their personal payday in advance, which helps in managing bills, rent, and other important monthly obligations. It is important to highlight that although June 19, 2025, marks the observance of Juneteenth National Independence Day, which is a federal holiday, the holiday will not affect payment schedules this year since all payments are planned for Wednesdays, and the holiday does not fall on a Wednesday. As of 2025, the average monthly benefit for retired workers is approximately $1,976, a figure that reflects the 2.5% cost of living adjustment, or COLA, applied at the beginning of the year. The cost of living adjustment is designed to ensure that Social Security payments keep pace with inflation, helping to preserve the purchasing power of beneficiaries over time. For couples receiving benefits together, the average combined payment is slightly higher. Individuals receiving SSDI receive an average benefit of about $1,537, although the amount can vary widely depending on prior income history and the age at which the individual became disabled. SSI recipients, who generally have limited income and resources, receive on average $943 per individual or $1,415 per couple, though again, actual amounts may vary based on other income and living arrangements. In recent months, several new updates have been implemented by the Social Security Administration that may affect certain groups of beneficiaries in June 2025. Some of these changes relate to how benefits are calculated, particularly for those who have had changes in income or living circumstances. For example, SSI recipients who receive non-cash support, such as food or housing assistance from friends or family, may see small deductions in their monthly payments. Similarly, SSDI recipients who are returning to work or participating in trial work programs should be aware of the thresholds for earned income that could impact their benefits. The SSA encourages individuals in such situations to report all changes in income or work activity to avoid overpayments or interruptions in their benefits. Another important aspect for June 2025 is the continued rollout of digital communication and electronic payments. The SSA has encouraged all beneficiaries to transition to direct deposit or the direct express debit card system to receive payments securely and on time. While paper checks are still issued in limited circumstances, they are more vulnerable to delays due to mailing issues, weather events, or even theft. Direct deposit remains the fastest and safest method for receiving monthly benefits. Those who still receive checks by mail should be aware that delivery times may vary by region and should allow at least 3 mailing days before reporting a missed payment. Additionally, any time a payment is delayed, it is critical to verify account information with both the bank and the SSA before taking further steps. As we move through 2025, it's also crucial to remember that the SSA periodically reviews beneficiary files to ensure continued eligibility. These redeterminations can involve a review of income, assets, living arrangements, or disability status, depending on the type of benefit received. While these reviews are generally routine, any delays in returning requested documentation or providing updated information can lead to temporary suspensions or reductions in benefits. Therefore, beneficiaries are strongly encouraged to open and respond to any correspondence from the SSA promptly, particularly as many updates are now being sent electronically through the My Social Security portal. Logging into your account regularly allows you to review benefit statements, verify personal information, and see notices about upcoming payments or required actions. One of the more recent changes announced involves student loan garnishment. As of June 2025, individuals receiving Social Security benefits who are in default on federal student loans may once again be subject to garnishment, with up to 15% of their monthly benefit withheld. This policy had previously been suspended during emergency periods but has now resumed, and affected beneficiaries are being notified by the Department of Education and the SSA. For those impacted, it is advisable to contact both agencies immediately to discuss repayment options or seek deferment where possible. Failure to act may result in automatic deductions from your Social Security payments, further reducing the income you rely on. While we are on the topic of financial planning, June also represents a good time for beneficiaries to reassess their monthly budgets. With rising costs of housing, healthcare, food, and utilities, even a modest Social Security check may not stretch as far as it once did. Community resources, such as local senior centers, nonprofit organizations, and state assistance programs, can provide helpful services like free meals, discounted utilities, and housing support for low-income seniors or disabled individuals. Beneficiaries are also encouraged to apply for programs like SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or Medicaid, depending on their eligibility, to help offset additional costs. Beyond the logistical details of June's payment schedule, there is a broader message of preparation and empowerment. Understanding when and how payments are distributed allows recipients to better manage their finances, avoid unnecessary panic, and prevent missed obligations. Many financial advisors recommend building a small buffer or emergency fund from Social Security payments when possible, even if the amount set aside each month is small. Over time, this buffer can provide critical support if a payment is delayed, a major expense arises, or adjustments in benefits occur. The Social Security Administration has also continued its efforts to modernize communication with recipients through expanded services via its online portal. The My Social Security platform allows individuals to track their benefit history, estimate future benefits, change address or direct deposit information, and even request replacement documents such as Medicare cards or SSA award letters. In June 2025, this platform remains a key tool in staying informed and avoiding issues with benefit delivery. Recipients who have not yet created an account are encouraged to do so immediately, especially since future correspondence is increasingly being routed through digital channels to reduce paper mail volume and improve security. In the event that a scheduled payment is not received as expected in June, the SSA recommends waiting at least 3 business days before initiating an inquiry. If the delay persists beyond this window, individuals should contact their bank or financial institution to ensure that there are no account issues. Only after confirming this step should beneficiaries reach out directly to the SSA to report the missing payment. In rare cases, payments may be delayed due to processing errors, incorrect account information, or third-party banking delays. Acting quickly and staying calm ensures the issue can be resolved without prolonged disruption. As millions of Americans receive their Social Security benefits for June 2025, the overarching goal of the system remains to provide financial security and dignity to older adults, disabled individuals, and those with limited income. With early SSI payments hitting accounts on May 30 and regular SSA and SSDI benefits arriving steadily throughout the month on June 3, 11, 18, and 25, recipients can count on these vital payments continuing as scheduled. With no anticipated disruptions and a commitment from the SSA to improving transparency, the payment structure for June offers stability and reassurance. As always, staying informed, organized, and proactive is the best strategy for navigating the Social Security system with confidence. From verifying payment dates to keeping your personal information updated and taking advantage of available resources, beneficiaries can take charge of their financial well-being and ensure they receive every dollar they are entitled to in a timely and secure manner. As we move forward into the summer months, this clarity and preparedness will be more important than ever.